Hello and welcome to another video from Frontline Fitness. Today we're going to be understanding calories. Look at that. So we're going to be helping you guys get a little bit more understanding about how many calories you should be eating for your fitness and weight related goals. So to start off with, what is a calorie? Strap on, this is exciting stuff. Calorie is defined as a measure of energy in food and originates from the measure of heat needed to raise 1 kilogram of water by 1 degree Celsius. Oh my days, how much fun is that? Moving swiftly on. So getting our calorie intake right could be a little bit of a balancing act. We get our energy from food. We eat food, energy goes in. Energy is expended when we do pretty much anything, when we survive, when we move around, when we exercise and a little bit more. So that all goes in to create our calorie balance. Let's talk a little bit more about our total daily energy expenditure. It's made up of 4 things. We've got your basal metabolic rate. That is, if you were to lay in bed all day and do absolutely nothing, that sounds pretty fun, this is the energy you would need to survive. Heart function, lung function, brain function, breathing, all of that gubbins, all you can think of just existing, that's your basal metabolic rate. Next, you've got NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. For example, me waving my hands around here like I'm about to take off, standing in the holding cell for a little while, waiting to book someone in, sat there on constants with someone fidgeting around, doodling on the notepad or anything like that, sat at your desk typing away, walking to the water cooler, all these things, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. You're moving around, but it's not this big structured exercise. Next, you've got the thermic effect of food. When we eat food, our body requires energy in order to digest that food and extract the energy from it. So, therein lies the thermic effect of food, what your body does to it. Finally, you've got exercise activity thermogenesis. Kind of does what it says on the tin, doesn't it really? Running, cycling, weightlifting, all the exercise stuff, that is all the stuff that you do that makes up part of our total daily energy expenditure in the middle. So, if we eat the same amount of calories that we burn off, we maintain weight. Simple enough. If we burn off more calories than we consume, we lose weight, we get weight loss. You see where this is going, don't you? If we consume more calories than we burn, we gain weight. Now, in some cases, that's a desired effect because we might want to get stronger, we might want to get bigger muscles, we need to consume more energy in order to elicit that response. However, in a lot of cases, this results in unwanted fat tissue. Nah, you're right, cheers. So, working out your calorie intake. This is slightly different for males and females. This is taken from something called the Benedict Harris formula, if you want to nerd out and go and look at that online. What I need you to do is work out these. So, first off, you work out what your weight is in kilograms, 13.75 times by your weight in kilograms, 5.003 times by your height in centimetres, 6.755 times by your age in years. Go work those out, write all this down on a notepad on your phone, or a piece of paper, or take a screenshot of it. Male or female, obviously, you know which one you need to do. Whilst you're doing that, I'll leave you with a really handsome face for a moment. Okay, we're back. Fantastic. Now, what we're going to do to work out our basal metabolic rate, we're going to take 66.5, this is if you're male, 66.5, we're going to add that number to it, so that answer to that sum, then we're going to add the answer to this sum to it, then we're going to take away the answer to this sum to it. That will give us our basal metabolic rate. Okay? Next, we're going to times that number by our physical activity level, PAL. Don't do a lot and you're pretty much sedentary and you're sat around on chuff all day, little to none, times that number you got from your basal metabolic rate by 1.2. If you do a little bit of exercise, so a few times a week, times it by 1.375. If you do moderate exercise, you're pretty much on it, you're doing well, you like to stay nice and active, you get yourself down the gym or you get yourself out and about, you're staying nice and loose, times it by 1.55. If you are on it like a kid in a sweet shop, and you're working out 6 to 7 times a week, you are heavy active, or you've got an extremely active job, then times it by 1.725. That, all in all, is going to give us our number. So, as an example, we take an 80 kilo male, just like me, who's 180 centimetres tall, just like me, who's also 30 years old, not so much. If we take those numbers, that gives 1,864 calories for BMR. Times that by the moderate exercise of 1.55, because I do shift work, I've got kids, and it is tiring, isn't it? That gives me 2,889 calories as my total calorie maintenance for the day. So what can I do with 2,889 calories if I want to make a change? If I want to lose weight, I need to create a deficit. So I would personally suggest a 15% deficit in order to lose weight. That's nice and steady, and it's achievable, and it's not too drastic. It's something we can do and we can maintain over a long period. So take your number that you got from timesing your basal metabolic rate by your physical activity level. If you haven't done that, go back do it. So take that, times it by 0.85. That gives a 15% deficit, 2,456 calories, or 2,400 calories. Don't get too hit up on that. If, however, I want to get bigger, stronger, I want to gain more muscle, I want to get better for it, I need, as I said, to give my body more energy. So I need to create a calorie surplus. I wouldn't suggest personally going above 10% surplus. There's no hard and fast rules, but what you're looking at otherwise is an excess gain of fat tissue, which is not really what we want. But if we take that number, we times it by 10%, so that'll be times it by 1.1, then you're going to end up with 3,177 calories. Fantastic. As said before, this is an estimate. So, if you work this all out and you get your 15% deficit and you find that after a few weeks, a few months, you're not losing weight, you're not in a deficit. This isn't an absolute blanket cover. It's not going to cover completely everybody. So you might need to tweak it a little bit more and reduce your calories ever so slightly. You're going to figure out perfectly what works for you. If you want to double check your numbers, by all means, get in contact with me over the Frontline Fitness mailbox at work. Come and have a look at the website, see what we've got going on there. Just type in Frontline Fitness on the search bar. Any questions, don't hesitate to get in touch. Have a brilliant day. Stay safe.